I'm a disgruntled Eagles fan, and we're awesome.
Remember, remember when he was like, Heineke actually had a good game.
Bro, everyone
That
just
shit killed me, bro.
bro, I was so pissed and everyone just like started to insult him and it was so funny.
I was like, Heineke went off, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 fumble. Is he the king?
Bro, you don't say that with Eagle fans in a group chat after they just lost. You don't say that fucking shit. Especially to the guy who did absolutely fucking nothing.
Especially when it's just so like clearly wrong.
Yeah,
Like he did not. It was a rushing effort for the most part, and then he sold a foul essentially, which I still believe was a deserving flag, but at the same time, his celebration was just so dumb.
yeah, like you fucking did
Like that
nothing.
was his play of the game, honestly.
That's so sad when the play of the game is you drawing a foul.
And also, I mean, I guess he made well, not made McLaren look good, but he didn't stop McLaren from looking good. Is more the
Yeah.
vocab. We're talking about the wrong game, but still.
Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Oh fuck. I still have to make an Eagles reaction video. I didn't.
You
Yo,
didn't make a reaction video?
oh, I forgot about that. Fuck. I have to make that right after this podcast because that's the first time that I've ever waited this long for it. In eight
When
years.
was the 8 years
In
you've
8 years.
never missed a reaction video?
I never missed a reaction video. I have to make it right after this. Oh, tonight's gonna be such a long night, bro. But
Nice.
besides the point, oh, what I could do is probably just cut. All right, I'm probably just gonna cut this into a reaction video. This is my reaction video and my podcast reaction video. But I feel like I still talk a reaction videos. I still talk like my reaction videos in the podcast, so they're literally the
Yeah.
same thing, just like
You should start it with the fucking clip of us roasting Trey. You should do that.
yes, yes.
But yeah, Watkins fumbled the bag. Who else just like looked kind of weird. Like I feel like if there's a lot of players that just were not looking themselves, you know what I mean?
This I'm I'm very frustrated with this loss due to the fact that we were shooting our like selves in the foot in this game because the mistakes that we were making, especially offensively, were not mistakes that we normally must like make. Like we had 3 turnovers in which one of the turnovers was kind of weird because it was really in AJ Brown's hand, and then like he kind of went back and it literally he just put it in the defender's hands basically. So that was kind of like a weird ass turnover in which it's uncharacteristic for Jalen Hurts to have, but it was coming. Like I saw an interception coming, like he was due for an
Yeah.
interception. I think he had 127 attempts since his last interception. So I'm like,
Mm.
okay, that makes sense. But the 2 fumbles in the fourth quarter, we shot ourselves in the foot. Well, okay. We the only fumble, the only turnover out of this game that was really bad was the Watkins fumble. That was
Yeah,
so
that
bad.
was.
Like he
You
should
should
have,
have just stayed down.
yeah, stayed
Pull a
down.
T.Y. Hilton, bro. Just stay down.
Like I feel like if he would have just stayed down, we would have won the game. And I feel like, or at least just hold on to the ball a lot tighter. That's gonna get him. Like that's if he does. That's the type of shit that gets you cut. And I just feel like that was our only like bad luck, and I feel like that rarely happens. That type of fumble. I feel like that's not gonna happen throughout the rest of the season. And then you got the Dallas Goddard intercept or Dallas
Oh
Goddard
yeah, that
fumble,
was
in which
fucked.
like that was such an obvious face mask, and there was like this argument where oh the refs were probably just not in position, but there's literally a picture of a ref looking direct, have the most clearest view of all time of the face mask, and I just don't understand how they don't see it. That's like some betting type cheating type shit. Like that's one of the most obvious face masks that I've seen of all time, and the only one that's worse was I believe it was a few years ago. It was the Eagles against the Panthers, I believe. and I think it was against Darren Sproles where the one guy literally he was doing a punt return and the guy completely turned him a 180 with a face mask. No defenders were around him. He was the only person tackling Darren Sproles, and they didn't call it. This was almost as bad as that one, but like
If
that was such a bad no call. An
yeah,
interception that's unlikely and just another bad fumble. So those mistakes cost at least the offense to make those mistakes.
yeah,
Those are like easily fixable mistakes. And then what really lost us the game is the lack of run defense. And you can't rely your entire run defense on a singular guy in Jordan Davis. Like we could not stop that run defense and
it was
that
just long drives. That's all that killed the Eagles on that side of the ball, at least.
yeah, that's what
Long
ultimately
drives.
killed us because like they had 30 minutes of time of possession in Washington had 30 minutes at the start of the third quarter. They had 30 minutes comparatively to Eagles 7. So like you're not going to win games like that. And Washington played us flawlessly for practically 3 quarters. That fourth quarter they kind of slowed down and we kind of like made adjustments in which I
And it
think
was just like penalties, honestly.
yeah, and I think this game was very winnable for us, and I'm not scared about the future. It's just that if we wouldn't have made those turnovers, in which was a big reason why we were winning 8 straight, and that like we only had three total turnovers that came up to this, or three total turnovers in 8 games, and we had 3 in this game, so it's very
Yeah.
uncharacteristic, and I feel like this is a perfect kind of game just to get those kind of balls out of the way and just kind of
Yeah. I think you should be able to review or challenge
mm,
a no call if it results in a turnover. Because if you do it for scoring plays, I feel like I mean, there's other pivotal points of the game that are just as important as scoring, you know? Like
yeah.
on your last drive, for example, where the other team is just going to get it back and run it or like kneel. It's like that's essentially the end of the game. That should be just as important as scoring. You should be able to challenge, or refs should be able to just like straight up review those. I don't understand why that's not a thing, especially like with the whole idea that like, oh, we have like fucking 8 refs on a fucking field and yet we can't always be in position. It's like at that point, like, I mean, just review shit. Like we
Yeah.
have cameras. Like I feel like the NFL just is such an outdated sport as far as like refereeing is concerned, because like in all other sports they've like used their technology to like make sure the right calls are being made even if they were missed initially. I just like in basketball you see it all the time, like no calls get challenged and shit like that. Like refs will take forever just to like make sure they get the right call even if it's of non a less consequential thing, you know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't understand why the NFL is so weird about it. I guess it's like ratings. No one wants to sit around waiting for a call to be made, I guess. But I mean, I feel like the integrity of the game is just ruined this way.
Yeah, and it's one of the biggest flaws within NFL, I believe. And yeah, I, I generally just, I don't know, I'm not scared. And also, it was like a divisional game. One, one we were due to lose eventually. Like we won 8 straight, and we were due to lose. Secondly, we were due to lose against Washington. We won 5 straight against Washington. Three, it was a divisional game, and 4 stupid mistakes cost us, in which our biggest major glaring thing that we need to work on is that run defense. If we just focus on that, I feel like in which we did add another player off of waivers, I believe, from the San Diego Chargers, in which he's a big defensive tackle. He's a 13-year vet. I forget his name, but if he's able to come up and do well, I mean, we just need to focus on that area, and I feel like we can be really strong because that offense didn't have much time on the field, and so if they weren't able to control the game like they usually do, because they're usually the person that has a lot of time of possession. So, I'm not really scared, and yeah, that's my final form of thoughts.
Nice. Yeah, that's all of week 10.
Philadelphia versus the 8-1 Philadelphia Eagles versus 4-5-1 Indianapolis Colts. I got Philadelphia because fuck Titus. That was a loving heart. I was just being a little bit of a comedian there. I don't.
Yeah, real funny.
I think the Eagles are going to win and bounce back from their terrible loss against Washington. And you know what? I can see. I'm pretty sure you got the Colts here, but I would not be shocked if you picked the Eagles.
I got the Colts, baby. So here's why. And I think this is actually very important. Okay. Jonathan Taylor is the greatest player in the NFL. And Stephon Gilmore will make AJ Brown look like, I don't know, Jalen Rager.
Oof.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
AJ Brown already had his Rager moment last game against the Browns. He's not Browns. I was thinking like AJ Brown,
It's gonna
but
happen
against
again.
Washington.
It's gonna happen again.
Not back-to-back games. He only had 7 rushing yards.
We have let up
Receiving yards.
the 4th least amount of yards in the entire NFL. And guess what? That is the least amount of yards a defense has let up that the Eagles will end up playing this year. Not even the Cowboys are better. So this is statistically the best defense the Eagles are gonna play. That's all I'm saying.
They haven't played Jalen Hurts though, and the Eagles offense.
We played the Chiefs. What?
Yeah, but we're just on.
I think we've proven it at this point. Like it's legit.
Yeah, but you haven't played against Jalen Hurts. He's on a
Alright.
different league than Patrick Mahomes. Eagles offense.
You want me to go back to the MVP race? We can go back. And the funny thing is we're actually a better run stop team as well. Through the season, we've been better in run stopping, and yet we've shut down really great quarterbacks in the process as well. So
Yeah,
there's
this
that.
is gonna be a tough opponent, but I think hopefully the Eagles have some vengeance. I don't want to lose back-to-back games.
Yeah, that would suck for you, huh?
Yeah, that would suck so much, dude.
Meanwhile, my team would be 5-5-1. Matt Ryan might return to the MVP race.
Imagine.
He'll be 0.500, baby. Fuck it.
Yo, last week was such a bad week for me in terms of football-wise because I lost both of my fantasy games and the Eagles lost. Like, what a fucking week. Like,
Meanwhile, my Colts won and I put up 150 in fantasy. Let's fucking go. Bro, as long as our O-line looks like that, it's like this Colts offense can do anything, man.
Yeah.
If we can put up the same performance against the Eagles team that just looked like that against the run this past Monday, Jonathan Taylor might run all over you. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm afraid of Jonathan Taylor. This is literally the Colts. Colts are the perfect team to beat the Eagles, and
However,
exploit them.
I will say, Zach Pascal might score 3 touchdowns against us. Because here's why. Chris Ballard said in a past season, he was like, all that dude does is score touchdowns, and then he didn't re-sign him. So like I think he's just gonna score on us just for the meme.
Yeah, I hope that happens.
I'm gonna put a comment that says Zach Pascal TD, but AJ Brown
5 yards,
0 targets.
Yeah. You fuck.
It'll be so bad he won't even have a chance to prove like he can catch it.
It don't matter when Devontae Smith is gonna put up 250.
Hey, it might happen.
I
like the rest of our defensive backcourt. We also got Rodney McLeod, so fuck you.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have 3 interceptions.
All right, I'll put that as your prediction.
Yeah, he's. It's just a revenge tour.
Yep.
Oh, I'm kind of sad that we're not playing Frank Wright. Not gonna lie. That was kind of
yeah.
that kind of makes me sad. Why couldn't he get fired until after this game?
It's true.
Like this is literally the only time that we're going to play against Frank, or that was our only opportunity to play against Frank Wright.